Henrietta's one of my favorite poets. She's just fantastic, and I love her work, and I'm very happy to have her back, so please help me welcome Henrietta Goodman.
Mark, you can't make me cry right before I have to get up and do something. Okay, well, woohoo, there we go. All right. Mark, thank you so much for having us here, and Maya, thank you for letting me be part of your amazing book release. Maya's book is phenomenal. She's an incredible writer in all the genres, and this is her venture into memoir, and it's brilliant. So I'm not going to be up here for too long. I was going to read 4 poems, but then Jenny Montgomery showed up, and I got to read The Raccoon also, because I have to read that for Jenny. So I'm going to, as Mark said, wow, this is crazy. I got to fix something. Okay, that's better. As Mark said, I was here 2 years ago for my book release for Antilia. So I'm just going to read 1 poem from that, since, I mean, it's a real book. And then I'm going to read the Raccoon, and then I'm going to read just a couple of new poems, and then I'm going to sit down and shut up. This is a weird one. I don't really think you need to know anything. I need to be able to see, though. Oh my God, I just remembered this is being live streamed. Hello, world. Wow. This one's called Ice Apples. It's addressed to someone in particular. You'll figure it out. Were you a real apple once? I mean decades ago, as a little boy in plaid flannel eating peanuts in that faded picture. By ice apple, I mean a mold with no cast. In those orchards in the frozen Midwest, or on the unpruned tree in your backyard, mined by worms, slurped by bees, they shriveled, then froze and fell, leaving ice globes hanging like ornaments. You ran an ad and the gleaners came and raked the ground to feed pigs, or maybe boil into a not quite spoiled sauce. That was me, gleaning in the aftermath of your season's end. That summer night we drank ice wine at your mother's house. We were sitting, you said, on the Eastern Continental Divide. You dribbled a little watered-down wine off the porch, said if you poured your glass out the front door, it would flow to the Atlantic and out the back to the Pacific. There on Ridge Avenue, above the former swamp, above the confused river flowing backward forever now, there on the North Shore, you weren't even right about which divide you grew up on. The St. Lawrence River Divide, not the Eastern Continental. There are more divides than you knew, and the one your mother still straddles is mostly obsolete and has been since the reversal of the Chicago River, and the wine you poured out the front would have flowed to the Gulf of Mexico and out the back to the Labrador Sea. One more on the long list of things that made you special, that and having sex with John Cusack's little sister. I know, not Joan, the other one. The position, reverse cowgirl. Location, that house on the divide, or was it at the lake, on the dock, in plain sight? On your list of things that made you special, that and being, what? That and being. Okay, that's enough of that. And this is from the little book of acrostic poems that I wrote with my friend Ryan. We did a whole alphabet of animals, and so this is my raccoon. You can't tell that it's an acrostic, but just, picture the word raccoon written down the margin and everything comes out from that. Raccoon. Rabid. Or not. In the snow, in dumpsters, in the animal night, you have a reputation. But who doesn't wear a mask? On video, you dip cotton candy. It dissolves in your hands. I mean paws. I mean hands. Your cuteness, antithesis in one so wild, so acute. Of course you're on guard. You can hear earthworms move in the dirt. But oh, I want to touch you, and maybe you want me to, though you are not like me, not like me, not like me. So I'm going to read, these 3 are short and they all kind of go together. So this manuscript that I've been working on, which is like right here and it's getting kind of big, I'm calling it a half acrostic manuscript because it consists of poems all written in response to photos that my friend took on our trip to Molokai in Hawaii in January of last year, so a little over a year ago. And so some of them have titles. This first one does. The rest have JPG numbers as the titles, and the pictures are not visible to anyone except for me as I'm writing these poems. And the poems sort of take on the evolution of the relationship. He broke up with me right after we got back from the trip. Although, yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're going back to Molokai next month. So, I've got about 10 poems left to write in this series, so we'll see what happens. But these three are about this place called Phallic Rock, which, as you can probably imagine, is a rock that looks like a giant penis. Yeah, it's impressive. And so, oh my God, I hear Maya laughing, and now I'm laughing. I don't think you really need to know anything else. This first one does have a title, and it's called Ironwood, which is a type of tree, but it has obviously some other implications. Apologies. There's also a song in here by the band Ockerville River called Main Island Lovers, and so that's a song reference, which you'd probably see on the page, but not from reading it. Ironwood. You'll like where this one took me, out of the black and white shade of the ironwood forest, away from Phallic Rock and toward the body, your body. Or maybe you won't. When the story about divorce came on, more common in spring and summer, you touched the screen to silence. I played Main Island Lovers, maybe worse. Once, that was us. First, the muscular bark of the ironwood, then your chest. Age doesn't touch you. Your hair twists into wine-dark infinity curls. Ironwood's invasive. Or is it only naturalized, a good citizen? Twigs whisper under our feet. Samaras swim in air like papery tadpoles, which takes me home to the cheatgrass at the base of my new sweetheart cherry. Along curbs and in fields where it ripens early, sucks up water the crops need. Once you know what to call it, it's everywhere, cheating the wheat, sharp seeds gathering in the eyelids of dogs gone roaming. It came from ballast soil in ships, moved west along the railroads. Burning makes more of it. And this one, I can read the title. It is untitled-07340.jpg. So meaningful. Phallic Rock. From the side, it's a turtle, 5 feet high, head extended, body lichen splashed, ironwood litter scattered in the dirt. From the front, it's all there, glands, corona, frenulum. But the story makes no sense. A god admired a girl who admired herself in a pool of water, oblivious. The god's wife attacked the girl. Then the god pushed his wife off a cliff. It's not clear who turned them to stone. Down the hill, a rock vagina, what's left of the wife. And of the girl, nothing. Now, if a woman rubs the rock, prays, spends the night, she goes home pregnant. That time I clawed your arm and twisted, left a bruise that lasted days. You didn't fight. Were you afraid of me? Of you? You turned to stone then. I did too. And who could pray to make a child out of that? And this is the last one. It's untitled-07344.jpg. I like telling you still facts I know you'll love. The two halves of the tip of Phallic Rock are wings. The ring at the base is the corona, the crown. Glands means acorn, as from my childhood oaks, brown cup, green shell, ivory flesh. Frenulum means little bridle, means riding. I like thinking of you that way, bird, sun king, horse, tree. Did you know the epithelium is the layer of skin that covers the shaft? I want you to know I keep confusing it with epithalamium, wedding poem. Thalamus being a bedroom, bride's room, inner chamber, which is my body, receptacle of a flower, which you have made bloom, the zone of the brain that relays sensory information, the depths of a ship's hull, a shrine, a tomb. All right, it's Maya's turn.